But like, this is the first DLC, and I think it's like the easiest DLC. So like, I did the Crown of the Old Iron King DLC, and I got mad at that. Like, that's the part I'm currently editing. And I must say, the amount of angry I get at the DLC, it's kind of crazy, honestly. I get kind of mad. I get really mad at the DLC. Honestly, I've never seen myself be so mad, like, ever. It's still 3 hits, though. Just like the other guys, the old Iron Crown nonsense. It's always 3 hits with these guys. I don't know why. Why do they attack so soon? I don't get it. Like, I'm not even close. Why do you attack me? Are you brain dead? Are you idiot? Are you idiot? Are you idiot? Do not redeem. Shoutouts if you get those references. I don't know how popular it is. Yesterday I found out that the do not redeem is more popular than I initially thought. I thought it was kind of like a niche when watching all the scam baiting stuff like Kid Boga. I do watch Kid Boga. It's a good YouTube channel. I love it. But I thought it was kind of a niche when watching it, but apparently scam baiting is really popular. I did not realize how popular it would be. I have a feeling that I'll also be doing a lot of farming in Elden Ring. I don't know about Dark Souls 3 though. We'll see how it goes in Dark Souls 3. But Elden Ring really seems like a game where you gotta farm a lot if you want to beat it. I also think there were a few secrets in this area I might have missed. I don't care too much to go back to this area. I found this area to be kind of tedious to go through, honestly. It wasn't too difficult, but it did feel a bit tedious to go through. Because you constantly have to be on the lookout for like where can you go and stuff, you know? I'm pretty sure the armor that I'm upgrading, the Drangleic set. I'm pretty sure that armor is just straight up worse as to what I have. But the only advantage is that the armor that I have has such low durability. Which I really can't afford in this area. Like, I've noticed a problem before with the Old Knight's armor, that it has low durability, man. Farming for items. I mean, like, I can just go. The upgrades probably don't matter, but at this point, like, I feel like at this point, if you've seen my playthrough, I have committed to farming a lot. So like, what's another half hour or an hour of farming? You know, what's that gonna do for me? What's the worst that can happen after half an hour of farming, you know? I can always, if I really want to farm up ahead, but this area, like this part of the farming thing is fine. The area up ahead, I don't like it. The area up ahead is so tedious. Do you think these guys have a weakness? Like they're mages. I don't know, for some reason, I have it in my head that if the enemy is a mage, that dark is the counter to it. For some reason I have that in my head. I have heard in Elden Ring about bleed builds. And I have heard that in Elden Ring, like, bleed builds are good for a lot of bosses. Like, you can do crazy damage with bleed builds. The only downside is that if you have a boss that resists bleed, you're just immediately screwed. That's what I've heard about bleed builds. And I think bleed builds go hand in hand with Dex, I'm pretty sure. I do want to try one of those builds at some point, probably. Maybe Dark Souls 3. Maybe we'll do a Dex bleed build in Dark Souls 3. Should we try that? A Dex bleed build in Dark Souls 3? That can be kind of cool. We'll see how it goes. But I will always, like I've stated before, I will always do a little bit of magic. Because I think a little bit of magic, a little bit of long range damage, goes a really long way. Because there's so many encounters you can like cheese with it, you know? I feel like the dark scythe is just not as good as the other weapons that I have. And there's nothing I can do to upgrade the dark scythe. Like that's like the weapon I got from the final boss, so there's nothing I can do to upgrade. But I feel like it's so much worse than the rest. And then like my lightning or my fire. The lightning honestly feels like the best. Then the fire, then the scythe seems kinda useless. I think part of the issue is that the lightning does the most amount of poison damage. Like the lightning does crazy poison damage. I think that is what is helping the lightning weapon a lot. For bosses, it may differ though. It may be different for bosses. But honestly, poise damage against normal enemies feels like the most important stat. Like, I don't even care about normal damage. I just want poise damage, you know? Poise damage seems so good. Poise damage is way better than it should be, honestly. Just the ability to stun lock enemies, like, it doesn't matter how much damage you do. If you just stun lock them, they can't do anything anyway. You know, slowly I'm starting to understand how these games work. Now what really surprises me, honestly, is like, I do think Dark Souls 2 is a much more difficult game than Dark Souls 1 ever was. And the main reason for that is like, I feel like they have been equally mean and difficult to me. But in Dark Souls 1, I never had any idea what was going on upgrade-wise. Like, I had my knight armor, I had my big sword, and everything else I ignored, and I just attack. Like, I upgraded my sword to +5. I didn't even use an ember to upgrade it to +10. You know what I mean? But in this game, I'm actually paying attention to the game's mechanics. Which honestly, I'm enjoying a lot. Like, I'm just enjoying like paying attention. And I kind of wish I did that more in Dark Souls 1. But in Dark Souls 1, I was my usual self of like, I do what I want and I ignore every game mechanic that exists. Which, I mean, for partially, I'm probably doing that in this game still as well. But it's such a different experience to finally like understand a Souls game rather than beat a Souls game. Like, beating a Souls game is one thing, but understanding a Souls game is something entirely different. And I don't think I ever understood Dark Souls 1. But I am understanding Dark Souls 2. That is quite a different experience, and honestly I like it. I'm not saying that that is because Dark Souls 2 is good, I'm just saying because I like exploring the mechanics. The only reason that it happens in Dark Souls 2 is because it's the second Souls game I played, and because it's a Souls game. That's the only reason why I'm doing it in Dark Souls 2. If Dark Souls 2 was a much better or worse game, it doesn't matter. It still would have been the game where I figured it out. But I'm honestly really loving it, trying to figure all this out. Now I'm paying a lot more attention to weaknesses. Like, when I first played Neo, I like ignored every weakness and stuff. Like, I never paid attention to any of the Omami magic, any of the infusing stuff. When I played Neo for the second time, I actually started paying attention to all that stuff. Which I don't think helped actually all that much. But it's cool to understand the game. It may not help beat you the game, but it's cool to understand the game. It's really like the RPG experience of like what I did with Knights of the Old Republic. Is my first playthrough in Knights of the Old Republic. I just go through the game, put it on easy mode, ignore every aspect of the game, and then just beat it. Just play it for the story, play it to mess around with characters, play it to be mean, stuff like that. And then the second playthrough, you can actually like understand the combat, understand how everything works. There's always a chance that the only reason I'm now figuring stuff out is Dark Souls 1 was my intro to the Souls games, right? And I had to like get my bearing, and it was overwhelming with everything, what everything did, you know? So like, I just did my own thing and then I just beat it. I mostly ignored everything. But now that this is my second Souls game, I have more incentive to explore everything because I've seen it all. But now I can, like, it's essentially a second playthrough of Dark Souls 1, so to speak. Like in your first playthrough, I just do whatever. And now in my second playthrough, I actually explore the game. But what also may be a reason for me exploring the game mechanics more is because this game is so much more difficult than Dark Souls 1. Now, I don't think this game is difficult in a good way. It's partially difficult in a good way. Some parts of the difficulty I don't like, but that's a story for another time. That's not my point here. But because this game is more difficult, it forces me to engage with its mechanics more. Like the first time, I really started paying attention to the game's mechanics and like weaknesses and stuff, elemental weaknesses, was the Smelter Demon, the blue Smelter Demon. Like I had no idea, like the blue Smelter Demon was kicking my ass like crazy. Like I had no hope of beating that guy like ever. So eventually I just decided to look up like what is the best way to beat the guy. And that's how I figured out what his weaknesses were. And after I figured out what the weaknesses were, then I like upgraded my dark scythe because dark attacks and poison attacks, that's apparently what it was weak to. And I also realized he had magic attacks. So then I started to dedicate my build to that. And I just like, it kind of went on from there. Then I started paying attention more to weaknesses. Now, has it helped me in the playthrough? I don't think so. Aside from the blue smelter demon, I don't think it like mattered like anywhere ever. But I'm just engaging with the game a lot more. Who the hell is calling me? Be right back, I guess. Okay, I got a call and they wanted me to offer me a job. Add me on WhatsApp, okay? I'm gonna bet that is a scam. A while ago I also got a call from like, I want to talk to you, add me on WhatsApp. No, I will not add you on WhatsApp, I'm not stupid. They're offering me a job now, right? You have to realize, I just finished my bachelor, and I'm going to do my master. I don't even have a CV, like a, what do you call it in English? A CV, I think. I don't have the like document where you like write on all your accomplishments that you use for job offers. I don't even have that yet. Like, how are you gonna offer me a job? Like, I know I did recently add a LinkedIn account, to be fair, but my phone number is not on my LinkedIn account. So like, how did they get my phone number? Yeah, no, it is. I think recently my phone number has been compromised because I'm getting a lot of spam calls recently. I feel like this is the day and age of scamming. This generation, like internet scamming. And honestly, I've seen so much of the scamming, like, I don't care anymore. I'm like impossible to scam or something. Like, it doesn't faze me anymore. I'm like, okay, there's a lot of things about what you said that just doesn't make any sense. I'm just gonna assume you're trying to scam me. End of conversation, I guess. But it's like, also when you like pick up those automated calls, it's always like this robot voice. It's always like this AI voice. Like, isn't that the most obvious thing ever? If you really want to offer me a job, speak to me in person, you coward. Don't talk to me in like some AI, cringe AI shit. Be a man. Speak to me in person. Generally, I don't even like phone calls, honestly. But I have recently been better about picking up phone calls. It's like, this is I think the second time now that I've had a message that was like, I want to talk, add me on WhatsApp. They're like, just that sentence, there's so many things wrong with it. Like, if you want to talk, just talk to me in person. Why are you using an AI voice? First of all. Second of all, why on WhatsApp? Can't we just talk right here, right now, on the phone? Or are you some kind of coward? Huh? Some kind of coward, huh? I mean, before you know it, I'm just gonna go on a dating app. And there's gonna be this one lady that, like, looks really rich. And it's like, hey, wanna know how to make money? Add me on WhatsApp. And then you go into an investment scam. That's also gonna be fun. Love investment scams. Like a while ago, there was just like on Discord, like I had like a friend, well, not really a friend, an acquaintance from a server that I played when I was like a teenager. Like I only sent him one message and he sent me one message back, and that's like our whole interaction on Discord. And suddenly out of the blue, he starts screaming in all caps, like help me. And then I just ignore him because at the time I was just gaming with friends. And the next morning he screams at me again, help me. We barely talked, and then he just screams out of the blue, full caps, screams help me. The moment I saw that, I already knew this was gonna be a scam. That's how impossible it is for me to scam me. I already knew it was gonna be a scam. Guess what? It turned out to be a scam because his story was like, oh no, your Discord account is going to get hacked and you need to do something about it now, and you need to talk to this support agent, and what was it? I need to reset my email to one of their security emails, so my account will be missed by the system or some nonsense, I don't know. Obviously I played along with it, and eventually I just was like, okay, I've had enough of this. And then eventually they stopped contacting me. It was also like the support agent talked in such a weird way. It was always like, Discord user, your account will now be banned. Like, who the hell talks like that? So stupid. And it was also like, it was these like, it was red text as well, and it was in code blocks. And I'm pretty sure they thought like, hey, if I speak in code blocks, he surely won't recognize that it's something, like he thinks I'm a support agent, so I have like special ways of talking. Like, No, I'm not that stupid. Like at one point, I already like kind of lost them. Like they already knew I wasn't gonna get scammed. And then I suddenly started begging like, oh no, I don't want to lose my account, this and that. And that got them to like get back to me. It was also very obvious that the support agent and my friend, my quote-unquote friend on Discord, were the same person. They obviously didn't talk at the same time. And it was like, you know, I kind of tried to bait them with it. But it was constantly like, the moment I said something to the support agent, my friend immediately knew what I said to the support agent. Which was kind of funny. It was like, isn't that a breach of privacy? Must be a breach of privacy somewhere, right? Oh yeah, it was also like when you change your email on Discord, you get a bunch of options, which said like, says like, I want to change to a new email, or it says like, a support agent asked me to change to the email. So like, this is a pretty known scam already. Like I've already heard about a scam like this, that you're like, I've reported you and now you're gonna get banned because I thought you were hacked and stuff like that. Like, I've already heard about the scam vaguely, so I already knew it was a thing. Like, the funny part is you get those options, and I purposefully chose the option with a support agent tried to ask me to change my email. Like, a support agent will never ask you to change your email. That's just plain stupid. I also find it like you have the support agent, right? And in the description there were a bunch of things that, like, I don't know, a bunch of titles they had. And one of the titles at the end I always found really funny because it had conflict specialist. And I'm like, are you like a specialist in creating conflicts or something? Like, what does a conflict specialist mean? I found that really funny as well. I also love when looking stuff up, so many people were like, just get good. If you can't do it with summons, you're just trash at the game. I'm like, brother, what are you on about? Not everyone has played the game as much as you know? I hate the people that are always like, just get good, brother. I hate those people. Like, sometimes things are difficult, you know? Also, I have not bothered, like, parrying ever in this game. I did it a bit in Dark Souls 1, but only minimally. I've never done it in this game. I don't care to find it. Apparently the parry timings are different, which makes it, like, very painful, probably, to parry. So don't want to even bother with it. The Last Giant, the Pursuer, Executioner's Chariot. God, the Pursuer. The Last Giant was a joke. Looking Glass Knight, it was kind of a weird boss, honestly. Skeleton Lords, that's just Graveroot Needle. Flexile Sentry was a joke anyway. Last Sinner was kind of cool. Reminded me of Artorias. Belfry Gargoyles was just a worse version of the Gargoyles in Dark Souls 1. And those already suck. Ruined Sentinel. Honestly, there was a cool way to beat these boss. I kinda like it. The Rat. This one sucked. This one was alright. This one I kind of cheesed with stones. This was also an okay boss. This one was a weird boss. The run back just sucks. And the boss just only did like a laser beam. The Baneful Queen. Yeah, this one I had a lot of trouble. You know, later I read about this. And apparently you can like remove the poison thing from the arena. The Rotten was also like a one-shot. Old Dragon Slayer. I'm so glad they brought the guy back. Covetous Demon was like a weird joke. Smelter Demon, that was pain. Old Iron King. Guardian Dragon. Guardian Dragon was the one in, was the one before the, yeah, it was an Olia's Keep, right. Yeah, I remember. Demon of Song, right, that's the one in Shrine of Hermana. Falstad Royal Aegis. Isn't that in the castle? Aren't you like part of the castle, or... Wait, is that the boss that, like... Is that the boss that you fight in this arena? Like right here? Is that this boss? I think it may be this boss. I think it's that boss. I don't remember him. I think I like what 2 or 3 tries about him. Vendrick we just beat. Dark Lurker is the Covenant, right? It's the Covenant boss, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's the only accessible... Yeah, right, it's the Covenant boss. I remember. Dragon Rider, that was a bit of a joke. Twin Dragon Riders was a bit of a joke. Oh right, those guys. Those guys that used a lot of spells to like cheese them. It's kind of cool. Giant Lord. What is a giant lord? Oh, that's the one in the memory. Okay, cool. Ancient dragon, we did fight that one. Throne watcher and throne defender, we did beat that one. Nashandra, that's the final boss, right? Nashandra. Oh right, wasn't that the one I just beat in the Sunken Crown DLC, right? Slumbering Dragon, that's the one after that. Got these idiots. Got Painful Smelter Dragon, Fume Knight Sir Alone. We got those. Burnt Ivory King. We got the bat.